Okay, hello, hello. It's Christina Merklin. It's a Process Pop-Up, and it's April, I believe, 8th in 2021. We're going beyond the 1 year mark of these being in existence. They spontaneously emerged as COVID was sweeping across North America. And being a process junkie, one would say, this is my way of giving back, is holding space. And more recently, we're doing a lot of inquiry, so a lot of non-dual work, and being with what's arising in the world and in ourselves and meeting it in various ways. And talking about meeting, there's the phone, so let me put it on mute. We will start with 10 minutes of meditation that just helps us get here and get into the zone and connect with stillness, ideally. Helps to build our container. And then after that, we'll come back to the 3D plane here and just see what's up. And it's a spontaneous co-creation. So none of us knows what's going to happen. So we'll come back and find our way with that. Okay, so with that, I'm going to set my timer here for 10 minutes. There was a class not too long ago, I sent it for 10 hours. So it was like going for a while. I was like, this is a nice 10 minutes. And like 20, 25 minutes later, I was like, oh, that was a long 10 minutes. So I will be careful on setting my timer here. It'd be nice to go beyond 10 minutes, but 10 minutes is a good start. Okay, there we go. Mission accomplished. See you in 10. And always a pleasure and a treat to sit in stillness together, even across technology and great distances. Oop. All right. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. It's a gift to sit in stillness together. And as we make a segue from that consciousness, kind of coming back to this one, we just kind of settle in, and I'll just keep this brief. LB, I know you've been here many times, so, and JC, maybe not here physically that much, but I think you've been watching some of the recordings and are aware of what's going on, and I know you're very tapped into the shift at work, so welcome. So these are continuing to unfold. They're a little bit like my Satsang program now. So two things. We do first off reports. So if there's anything from your journey with your own inner work and your unfoldment with what you've been exposed to or learning, reminded about from my stuff, and or anything else that you're doing, that you want to report on, swing back about what's happening with your inner work. Any reports are welcome. And then number two, is there anything in the now that's arising that you'd like some help and assistance on? And so we just figure out what that is. And depending on what it is, I usually get a clue from stillness tells me, go do this process, or go bring up this map, or maybe this would be helpful, right? So it's just a spontaneous meeting of what is with the various things that are in my toolkit, and we just find our way. Yeah, usually works out every time. And at the end of it, we'll go, okay, that's what happened today. Yeah, so let's find out what's here today. Any reports, anything that's arising.
Hi, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible. All recordings the past year of this. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sort of in an interesting place, and I've done a lot of work with you, not as much online and together as I would have liked. It's really great that the time zone and the time changes work out this time. It's because I look at the emails every time they pop up and try and see. But yeah, it's really good to be here, and I'm really proud and pleased with some of the shifts and transitions.
I see
that I'm
some of
going
your
through.
Facebook posts, and it's wonderful to see your art. Yay.
Thank you. That has actually come directly out of that work that I did not know, because it was not a tasked item, which has been the biggest shift for me, to go from this external list making to
the being side,
being
the right brain and it unfolding. Yeah.
To being
cool.
JC. It has been really magnificent that even I'm, just so taken by it. But the interesting thing that I wanted to share with you, well, interesting for me, and I've come across this a million times.
I'm sure it's interesting for all of us.
is how we start our work. At least for me, it started with the crossroads map.
Yep.
And gosh, I was stuck there for years, and for some weird reason. And I did this very deep work with a beautiful group last year, and we went through the process.
You got a little further through. Yeah.
I went all the way, quote unquote, whatever the way is, and we did more than we did what was needed and what was helped. But the thing that I realized, and this was only maybe within the last month or so, because I want to do more inner work rather than be directed by things outside, is the crossroads was one of the things that was keeping me stuck. Was I was always feeling that I was at a crossroads, but it wasn't that. It was I was on a path, but I was still in my head holding on to the signposts of the 4 or 5 different ways that I didn't go over all those possibilities of things that you know.
Yeah, the
Does
mind
that
or the
make any
intellect.
sense?
Yeah, I think how I interpret and what I get from what you're saying too is like the intellect and the mind gets some ideas. The left brain gets ideas about how it should be, or it defines things and put labels on it. Like I'm at the crossroads, even though I've got a map that starts the shifter process with at the crossroads, right? That's also planting something, right? That's a statement. That's an essence. So that's what I'm getting from what you're throwing down. You tell me if it's in the ballpark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is the essence of it, and not the literal thing. But it's also keeping in your brain roads and pathways that you're no longer on. So
in my mind, just get you on it in my brainwave and pathways. Yeah.
Yeah. So just not able to release all that. So you're just dragging more and more stuff when you're actually getting further along where you want to be, but you're just dragging a lot of stuff that does not work for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was just, wow, I just feel so good, just down the rubbish chute that stuff goes, because that's just not right. Maybe, pathways need things change and I need to do stuff or a pivot or whatever. A lot of that thing is no longer important in the now and where. And so this being present and aware is very nice.
Yes, please. Yeah.
But it's not, so it's not always really smooth, and I'll talk a little bit more when I get another chance after Elle has but that's me.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. Listening to that, I'll put myself back on mute.
I'm listening to is the seeing. I can see a felt change in energetics. So that's cool. Yeah, I know for myself, and it's normally true for a lot of people too, that we'll go there, we'll go there, right? With this polarity, we can kind of go back and forth. But when that being side or that right brain, especially if we're more left brain, which I have certainly been guilty of, a lot of people who are attracted to me are, it's just a bit of the human experience, especially with the Western mind. Yeah, we kind of, oh, there's a different way to be. And then the mind has a hard time with that, right? And the mind's so in service and so loves us, so it keeps doing its thing, and patterns and grooves are created. So to have that other side, that right side, that feminine, that being is a whole different experience. And we get glimpses of it, and then it can come on more. And sometimes grace happens and that's kind of what I can feel that probably has happened with you, right? Some magnificent grace has come in and you've been over more in that territory. And then look what's been happening with your paintings and your art and your creativity and all that stuff. The left brain got into its magnetism map. The right brain's kind of taking care of it. It's like, whoa, couldn't have predicted we'll get there through this way. But what do you know? We do, right? So how cool is that? The mystery takes care of it. Yeah. You can see again, I think I'm in the right ballpark from your reaction that I can see. Yeah, how nice. Yay, how cool. Congrats. Great report. Okay, LB, you don't have to do one, but is there any reports or what's arising, just so I get a sense of bearings about what's here in the container and we'll find our way?
I was really settling into your sharing, JC, and just when you said, I don't want to, I'll get into that later because I want to give Lisa a chance. I was like, dang, I was really keep going. So yeah, I think today's just, I've sought out some support just with some anger that has arisen in me, and the anger is like one side, and then the excitement about really moving forward with a project that I wanted to move forward with is there. And I don't want the anger to be an excuse for not doing that. So I'm really working with it right now. And I don't really feel like being with anger today. I really feel like being more with the potential. And I'm excited to hear somebody who is doing.
Yeah, well, and she probably got it by meeting all that stuff that's right there that she doesn't want to meet, but yeah. Okay, that gives me
helpful. Yep. Yeah. And I have a puppy here today, so I may have to check out a little bit to help her settle, but right now we're good.
Okay. Alrighty, so we're hearing from LB. So JC, anything you wanted to hear that? Anything else you want to add or?
No, thanks for that. And I do appreciate that, because I also have been feeling, anger at a lot of different things, but that's something that I did want to, get, talk about, whenever we come to it in the session, whenever it naturally
Well,
surfaces.
I think it's
And I think
naturally here.
It is now
Yes.
naturally
It's
surfaced.
naturally here. So one of you lovely ladies is going to meet anger on for the benefit of all of us and for humanity at large. All right.
So,
yep, go ahead.
I'll let Lisa go. No, I've spoken too much already.
No, you haven't, hon.
I haven't.
No.
I have this thing, and I know I've done this before with you. So, is I worry about taking up all the oxygen in the space, and it's like, but I'm also a natural chatterbox, so I'm aware of that. So,
well, if I'm gauging things right, too, I kind of gave Lisa an opportunity, but she didn't want to at this point in time, and I respect and honor that. And she's also got stuff going on with her puppy. So, and then we bopped over to you, and there it was again. There was resonance there. So, hello, Chatterbox. You are welcome here.
chatter away.
That's right. Good thing, because what I do, it needs some chattering. So,
and the reason why I hesitated was because I automatically again labeled my thing as being superficial,
right.
because it is an external connection, and it comes from me, excuse me, being someone who's always been hyper connected and aware of what's happening out in the world, and whether we call it the news cycle and things like, it is just my nature. I have always sought out, taken and absorbed.
Big bow to that brain, right? Big bow to the intellect and to the left brain. And then let me just put that down. So I think we're off and rolling. So I'm going to pick a color of choice. What color do you want me to start recording in? Any? Normally, I don't ask, but for some reason I'm compelled to ask you. So.
Oh, and I'm going, it's the wrong color, but I love red. Could we have a splash of red in there?
Sure. Yes.
Just.
Yeah, I know it's the wrong color. Well, not necessarily if we're going to go meet anger.
Oh, but yeah, my anger is not red. Red's my vibrant energy connection. Red
vibrant
is my
passion.
color.
Okay, let's go for red. I'm going to break all my color rules and let's go for the first thing that's arising here, right, was this I've always been like that, and that is, I think you said, like tracking, and if I'm understanding right, like reading, researching, being aware, right? Is that,
yes,
yep.
Yes, this need to just be, I don't know if it's need, habit, whatever, call it what you may. I'm always really hyper aware of what's happening in my world, the bigger world, and all the different facets of it, whether it's health, politics, sciences, and it's been great, but I just don't need my head to be another Google. It's not serving anyone in any way. And now I'm finding this, it's now, it was draining, and now it's getting this anger surfacing for that, and I'm angry at everybody and everything.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
And I'm quite a naturally optimistic, happy person. I see possibilities in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of.
Okay, so hold on. There's a lot that's happening here. So
sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. I'm just going to pause us so we can meet what's already arisen. So first off, we're just going to welcome this need to be hyper aware, and you already labeled it, right? We've been talking to it already today. So mind and intellect, you are welcome here. You want to kiss it, give a kiss, send a little kiss to your mind, because underneath that is love, big love, because it's scanning and watching, trying to keep safe. There's protection stuff in there, right? Chances are there's a long history of your mind and your intellect working for you. and keeping you safe from earlier experiences, right? And this is also impersonal, because this goes not just for the personal for all of us, but this goes to society and culture and the human species. So just inviting you to bow to your own intellect and mind, or give it a handshake or a kiss or something, or flowers, just something to appreciate it, to honor it, to respect it. And you're doing that on the behalf of all of us, so that's nice. Somebody's meeting mind and respecting it. And then also one of those things that it's doing with this awareness is it's, you know, it's like you're saying, it's being a Google, right? It's literally Googling, and it's doing health and politics and science and you name it, right? And it gets a little, can feel my own brain just kind of heating up or spinning. So you might have your own sense of what it does over there. But we're just gonna just do a little come here, or hush, hush, or something to it, right? Just there's a little invitation for it to settle. Because out of love for you, it's been working really hard. And then whatever's going on with what it's seeing and what it's taking in, what it led to there is you're noticing some anger. That's the label or word or whatever that's going on it. So I respect that. So we're just gonna now also become aware of that wherever it is in your field, and just welcoming that anger, that thing that you're calling anger. May very well be there. Words, we just, you know, put labels on things. And so it helps us get into the ballpark of what things are. Hello, anger, you are welcome here. We say the words, even if, you know, there's a natural aversion, because anger, there's
Yes,
normally,
there is.
yeah, there's normally a no, right? So let's meet that. There's probably both, there's split energy. So you're right. We don't like it. We don't like anger making us uncomfortable, or we feel we shouldn't have it. It might be old programs, old messages, old beliefs. You know, little girls get that a lot. Lots of people get that a lot about anger not being appropriate. So if there's any history there, just recognizing the history. So that's the no side of it. And there's probably also yes, because we have emotions for a reason, and anger is a natural boundary thing. When our boundaries get violated, when we're rightfully concerned for self or others, people that we're responsible for, anger is a beautiful thing. It's an authentic no, right?
That,
Yeah.
that's really powerful. I hadn't thought of that because, well, I always think nothing good comes of anger. You know, anger burns things down. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's a
and
split. So there's both. Yeah.
I'm, you know, so I haven't worked with anger. It isn't something I feel a lot, but maybe I do in different ways. But you know,
Well, we're just good. We're working with it now, and as I put some stuff on the coffee's table, so to speak, there was a part of you that kind of responded what I said, and the little teaching there about the role of anger in a human being, and the role of that boundary alert and an authentic no. There are times in human lives and in collective lives where we have to say no firmly. No, thank you. Here's the line. You don't get to cross it. Or, you know, let's corral you in here. You got to stay there, right? So, and then your mind appreciated that, or whatever it was appreciated that, and then it just also went to normally I just think about anger as a no, because nothing good from it comes, and then it leads to things getting burnt down. It burns down. Anger burns down. So just meet that burns down, and just agree, because there's probably something in the past, whether it's personal or collective or multidimensional, past life or whatever, or some sort of burning down going on. So there's probably a lot of truth to that sometimes it can lead to burning down. We've certainly seen that in our world at large. And just sit with that. Just take a moment. Don't rush. the seriousness of anger, because it can go in wonky places and it can lead to burning down. And just say, you're right, we don't like that. No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. We don't like that. No, thank
No,
you.
we don't. No, thank you. No.
Mm-hmm. There's authentic no there too. Just breathing into it and then just seeing whatever happens is okay. So you alert me because you're right on the front line there as you're interacting with your consciousness and consciousness at large. So as you meet that authentic no to burning down, just see what happens. What unfolds from here.
I will obviously now to burning things down like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is. But
Just agreeing with it, the no thank you.
Agree and
mm-hmm.
no thank you, no burning.
Mm-hmm.
Just and then bringing me back to the space of the anger and the boundaries that we spoke
Mm-hmm.
about.
Okay, good. Yep.
And boundary.
There's interest in the boundary. So after we took care of the no thank you, let's be firm about, that getting out of control and burning stuff down. And there might also be, try a little hush hush, come here. We don't even have to know what this is. It might be personal, it might be collective, it might be ancestral, whatever it is. But
all.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So all.
It's bound to be all.
Yep. Yeah. So just agree. Yeah. And just send love and send comfort and for any that you are able to kind of cuddle, you just kind of go, come here, hush, hush. This is orphan work, right? Just come here. I got you. You're safe. It's okay. Try that.
It's a bit hard.
Mm-hmm. Some you'll be able to do, some will be bigger than you, right? If you're getting into ancestral, you're getting into collective.
Yes.
We can't do that, but for ourselves or for past life kind of stuff, we can do that. Our consciousness, come here, come here. So you might get a partial soothe with that. Come here, I got you. Come with me. That was then, this is now. Yeah, there you go.
I can do this.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Ooh, I just got goosebumps. It's okay, I got you.
Yes, I can rock it like a baby.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please. And just that warmth and that cuddling and that safety and that comfort. Heartbeat kind of calibrating and adjusting. Nervous system settling down. Mind doesn't even have to understand what this is connected to. It doesn't matter, right? But the tenderness in the heart is connecting. The soothing is happening. And that can continue along. You can just keep that connection and that sheltering that's happening. Or you can just stay there with that part as we continue along to the next, because now we're going to go meet boundaries. Because there was an interest over there about, oh, hello, there's something in there about boundaries that was appealing or interesting or a yes, please.
I think that's been an aspect of it has been soothed and I know how to come back and do some soothing. I think I can just repeat what I've done. And
okay, good. So that was connected to the orphan rescue that just happened. Yes. Okay, good. I'm going to just put soothing. I'm going to put this as orphan rescue. You know that terminology. That's like the shorthand version. JC, that's the shorthand version of the full process that you're aware of. Yeah.
Yes. So I know I can come back and do that. And
excellent.
Learning.
Okay. Good. So now just see what happens is you've connected in, you've soothed that orphan. You know that there's more process work you can do with that, and you know how to do it and already have those resources. So then we come back here and now see what's present. We may have we may have met what we needed to meet, but just see if there's anything else that wants to arise from this place now. Now, where are we?
I think curious about boundaries, which was not a term I would have used 2 minutes ago.
Right, right. This is the coolness. It's alive. Consciousness is alive, so it unfolds on us. So now, curiosity, curious about boundaries. You're welcome here, curiosity about boundaries. This kind of leaning in and like, what's this about?
And again, so not sort of scientific curious, you know, sort of because that would have been a tendency kind of.
Okay, so you're just seeing the mind like would do its thing. And so you just, yeah, you're right, mind. We could do it that way. And I see mind didn't jump right in. So that's kind of cool. So just kissing and appreciating mind. Yeah.
Yes. It's like meeting someone new. Okay. Hi,
Cool.
tell me about yourself. Hi,
Excellent.
you know, what's
Yes,
your name?
please. Love it. Tell me about yourself. What's your name?
Love your earrings, you know, that sort of.
Yeah, connection, rapport, like, Love your earrings. See how consciousness or curiosity responds to the, hey, hello, tell me about yourself. What's your name? Oh, I love your earrings. Giving a little compliment, recognizing something that you like. Excuse me.
Listen.
Oh, what's going on
And
over
Boundary's
there?
interested. Boundary's interested in being my friend.
How cool.
Boundary wants to be.
Yes, wants to be friends. How great is that? Yes, please. So how do you feel about that? Do you want to be friends with boundaries?
Yeah. I think
Okay, yes, please.
boundaries can cool it. And, boundaries, you know, not there sort of to protect a barrier or to be in service to me. It's not like a servant to me. That makes, and I don't command. Where?
So if you're not commanding and it's in service.
It's not in service.
Oh, not
it's
in service. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, good.
It's a friend. Boundaries.
So just agree with that. There's a yes. The two of you are understanding each other more and you're figuring out your relationship, and it's different from maybe how it's been in the past or how other things have been, right? So this is more of a friendship. You're starting to see, wow, boundaries is my friend and wants to be my friend. How nice.
Yes.
So as you're standing there and just being in friendship with boundaries, and it wants to be your friend and you're being reciprocal and being friendly back, just see what happens as you beam friendliness and thank you for being my friend. Now what happens?
It's a bit weird. Boundaries sort of telling me that, wanted to be friends for a long time, but it's been just a bit nervous of showing up and, hasn't really known what kind of.
Yeah, so it's kind of going, hey, this is nice. I like it. We're being friendly. I've kind of wanted to be your friends for a while, but I didn't really know how to, introduce myself or how to get this going. Sweet. Anything else you want to say?
Brain's telling me you're so weird.
Okay, yeah.
It's you're
That's
so
good.
weird.
That's good. Yeah, I know this stuff can seem so weird. So it's like, yeah, you're right, left brain. Don't worry, us right brains think it's wonderful, but left brain, we get it that you think it's weird. Yeah. Just give it a little kiss. This isn't your territory. You're right, left brain.
Give a cup of tea.
Yeah, here's your tea. Yeah.
Here's your tea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your tea.
Here's your tea. Just see how left brain responds to that.
Unsure. Not sure. Left brain says, yeah, I'm going to have my tea now. I'm going to come back in 2 hours and analyze the heck out of this. What you're doing here.
Yeah, sure. Fair enough. I would do a little bow even as the one who's being analyzed too, because it's watching me, it's trying to figure out. I get it. When I got into inquiry, same thing for me. My left brain had a heyday. Right? It really gave my left brain a lot to play with, to try to understand what the heck's going on here and what's that facilitator doing. Yeah.
Come back and
you're welcome to come back and analyze the heck out of it. I send kisses to you, left brain. Yeah.
Oh, you're so funny, left brain. I had no idea.
You're so weird too, left brain. Look at you.
Yeah.
You analyzer. Yeah. Sweet. Sweet.
That is too funny.
Yeah.
I did not expect to be laughing out of an anger session.
I know. That's the fun.
That's heart speaking.
Mm-hmm.
That's no brain, that's the heart speaking.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Why are we laughing?
Yeah, let's get here's the brain, here's the heart.
Big belly.
Oh, and we got the belly in there too. Excellent.
Big belly laugh. This is too funny.
Yes. Beautiful.
And this is quite, again, interesting, and this is not left brain analyzing, but as you said, I'm, I head on a stick, and that's the bit that operates and navigates the world. But this whole thing is probably what I do when I paint. That whole self. I don't know. I don't think the left brain has ever come to analyze me painting. So that's an interesting. But I don't really.
Just agree with it. So just agree, because the brain, it's Googling, it's computing, right? And it's just made a connection, and you want to congratulate it in its computing, right? Because it's going, whoa, whatever's going on here, this is interesting. This is what happens or goes on when she paints, right? So you're just gonna go, you're right, left brain.
You're right.
You're catching on here. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But right brain wants to just go on to this space because that's boring. We know how to join up dots.
Good.
Let's move away from the dots. We do the dots all the time.
Yay. Yes, please. Let's move away from the dots. Connecting the dots, doing the brain thing, being the left brain, says the heart and the gut, this is where our right brain is stored.
Yes.
In the body, down underneath, like you're saying, that head on a stick. It's like, oh, hello, underneath there is a whole body. Hello, this is where the right brain resides. And it's I love it. What an attitude. It's like, yes, we know, connect the dots. We do that all the time. Let's move away from that. There's more than that. Let's go paint. Let's go do this other stuff. And so deep bow to the right brain too. And even its anger, even its miffedness, it's, hey, it's kind of over, there's been over the mind and the left brain, the connecting of the dots has occupied a lot of space. It's had a lot of opportunity. It's been a little imbalanced, and I can understand why the right brain would be a little miffed about that.
And I had not understood it. I had been I knew it, but a deeper understanding, the heart gut is swear, and that was part of, I think, what I said really early on, that shift happened. So I was still carrying signposts of all the, you know.
Beautiful way to say it. Yes, carrying signposts. You're right. Agree with that. Dots and signposts. That's how, yeah, yep, exactly.
And they're fantastic tools. There are some that I do use, but there's more in that toolkit if we use, you know, a functional term or something like that. But
yes, so it's realizing, you know, there's been some tools in here that have been used a lot, overused even, all this dot stuff and signposts and things. But hey, let's get some more. Maybe there might be some other tools in this toolbox, not just those ones that have been used, those left brain ones. So agree with that.
And that's why I like the boundaries and the curiosity, because, you know, I can't go and, you know, I don't want to put a stake or one of whatever those fancy things every few meters, you know, metaphorical, psychic cycle, but, you know, use it for expansion. And yes, it's a good safe container, and knowing that is great. It's really powerful and comforting, that boundary. That boundary. But how can, you know, we're friends. We're not one boundary. We're and so how that can be used to sort of shift some of what I do to myself, my psyche. The heart and gut, I think, are the ones which get hit by the
so let's try this.
Sorry, moving too fast. Sorry.
No, you're doing beautifully. You're showing the way, and you're showing it beautifully. No need to apologize. I just got a hit though of an invitation. So here's the invitation. Mind has been kind of dominating the tool set, so to speak, and then a heart and gut are a little miffed. And so there's an opportunity here to renegotiate space a little bit. So what it would require is an invitation, and we'll check with mind. Hey, mind, how are you doing? Are you a little overheated? Are you a little overworked? Yeah. So here's an invitation, mind, your consciousness, you've just forgotten. And it's lovely that you've got into this overwork habit, because we know it's based off of love and service, but you're hurting yourself, and you're ultimately hurting JC here, right? Unintentionally. So there's an invitation. Hey, rest. You could drop some of it. You could drop all of it. You can still be practical. You can still,
yes.
You could, you know, shrink down. You could kind of retract a bit. You could go part-time. You could take a vacation. We're laying out options for it, right? So you tell me, as you lay options out for the left brain, and you put those on the coffee table for it to pick amongst, so to speak, any that appeal to it. It seems like it's kind of open.
Rest and part-time.
Oh, yes, please. Okay, good. So
yes. Brains, I have been doing all the work.
Yeah, beautiful. Yep, good. We're on to something, and it's agreeing. Yeah. Okay, good. So just great. Yay.
I didn't know I could have time off. Yes.
Yeah, and you might do a little apology, like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I am. I had no idea that.
Yeah, I had no idea. Sorry, brain. I had no idea, but now I know. And so, yes, by all means, you can take a rest. You can slow down. We can renegotiate here. There's other aspects of me. Heart and gut actually want to take up the slack. So if you want to go part-time, they can pick it up. They can expand into it. Don't worry. Your practicality, our ability to function in the world, all that stuff's going to be taken care of. we can still have that. Even if you reduce down and go part-time here and rest, it's okay. The job will still get done. See how it responds?
The brain actually, yeah, is quite, yeah, okay. I want a break. I want a bit of a break.
Excellent, excellent.
Heart and gut are a little bit nervous that, oops.
Yeah. Oh, so now we go to them. Now we go to them. And then we just reassure them, okay, we're not going to do anything without your agreement here. We're going to find a comfortable renegotiation. And so, hello, oops. Hello, oops. Right brain, heart, gut was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have spoken up here.
Yep.
So do a little hush, hush, come here. It's okay. We're safe. We're safe. Come here. And what's its objection? What's its oops? As there's an invitation, and just tell it, hey, you can just stretch out. You can take out more room. What is it afraid of behind that oops?
Doesn't have, it's not, skills is not the word, but that's about the closest that I'm coming to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's old language.
Tell me what the old language is. I missed the word. It's what?
Skills.
Oh,
it doesn't have.
It doesn't have skills. Oh, we're just going to reassure it because it's been watching. It's been watching mind and intellect and left brain and those kind of skills. And so just reassure it. You got your own skills. You got your own something something. And just invite it. Its sense of its own skills might be quite small or retracted or something. So you're just going to ask it, invite it to kind of breathe life on it. I just got the image of like, you know, when you have a little ember for a fire and you kind of breathe onto it, give it some oxygen so it can start to. So you're just inviting, who's speaking with the oops? Is it head, heart, or gut, or both?
I think the whole self, even head is talking.
All of them are a little in the oops. Yeah, oops. Yeah. Yep.
But I think
so,
the head,
So the invitation to enlarge, head's given the okay that it's going to reduce a little. So, but you know, it wants to make sure this goes well. So it's going to be in on this oops because we got to get heart and gut here. Okay with occupying some more space, right? And they're currently, I don't know if it's gut or heart or maybe both, probably gut. They're concerned about.
Oh yes, it is gut.
Okay,
yep.
It's gut.
It's gut.
It's worried about tools. It's like, hey, you're talking tools, and I'm not sure I have skills. Do I have skills? I know it's got skills, but it's not so sure. So we're just inviting wherever it's got its sense of skill, right? It's a little atrophied. It's a little small. It's a little condensed or something. And a little flicker of a flame, and we want to invite that flicker of its skills to enlarge, to rise up, it'll know if there's an invitation to expand, it'll know how it wants to do it. Rise up, root down, expand out in a bunch of different directions. Just see if anything happens as you invite it and its skills to enlarge. Or whatever happens for it as we're doing this.
The sense of nervousness to
Yeah, guts are often very nervous. Right?
Nervousness to lead. Yeah.
Nervous
and it's
to
not,
lead. Yes.
Yeah, it's not performance anxiety, sort of. It's.
What is it?
Oh well, I don't know if I'm reading this correctly, but I think it's. What if I fail?
How sweet. Yep. What if you fly?
Yeah.
So just do a, oh, shush, come here, come here. It's worried about failing you. It's like, uh-oh, because the mind's been doing it. It's been overworked so much so it needs a break. It can't keep doing it anymore. And now it's like, uh-oh, do I have skills? But what if I fail? Says this sweet gut. What does the heart say? Let's go to the heart. And invite the heart as well. Like, oh, hello, heart. You too can take up more space, not just the gut.
The heart's a lot more confident.
Yes.
The heart's a curious person, so the heart knows. The heart can make friends. The heart feels quite heart is.
Good. So the heart here is just like, gimme, right? Like embracing, reaching out. It can make friends. So it's friends here with the head. It's friends with the gut. It's friends with boundaries.
Yep. Yeah, the hearts. Yeah.
Yes, please. And so, hey, heart, we've got a gut here who's a little afraid that it's going to fail. Any response that you have, heart, to that, whether it's a movement, it's a outreach, it's a thought, I don't know. What do you think, heart? We've got this gut that needs some assistance, needs some support or something. It thinks it's going to fail. It's worried.
I think the heart's saying something needs to be done in the space of movement, like a whole body movement kind of thing too.
Okay, very good. And any sense of what that movement is? There's a body movement, right? The body needs to get in here. Good.
Body needs to.
So just do hello body movement. Yes, please. Good idea. Often with our heads, right? We forget about our body. You're saying the head on the stick, right? And the way into the body is like, hello, let's move. Because then we come online and go, oh yeah, we got this whole thing. Because head, especially nowadays with online, what we're doing in front of the computers and everything, right? We just become like this and we forget. And we literally are sitting more and more and more, myself included. So I'm having to actually build in, because I dropped my pen, which is making me do movement. my stylus, I literally have to build, and maybe I will actually do this right now. Let's get some movement, and I'm gonna move my standing desk and actually stand up. Ooh, that feels good.
Yeah, I have a sit-stand desk too, and I paint standing up, and that's probably an interesting revelation. Yes, I do.
So however you want to do it here and this, yeah, and the movement and all your arts, you're actually doing standing up. Yes,
I do.
So
yes,
wise, heart. So wise. Thank you for the guidance. Yes, please. Let's get the body in. And see what happens for gut as the heart has given that guidance of let's get the body in here. Let's not forget to move, people. What happens to the gut as that movement actually occurs? And even moving a little yourself to the extent you can, getting that body in here, getting the movement happening.
Yes, the gut says that helps, because I think it was literally physically scrunched.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, the gut literally didn't have any room there. And as you stand up and you start to bring the body online, it's like, oh, that's better. Thanks.
And yeah, the guts, and maybe this is the brain wanting to check in with Christina.
Brain's welcome. Hello, brain. Yep.
Well, it's I want to seek reassurance from Christina that are we straying too much from where we should?
Oh no, just tell it. just tell it. Oh, sweetie, you're right on point. It's okay, brain. Movement's good. Movement is just so bang on, and this coming online with the gut. Don't you worry, brain. We're right on track, and this is also, I can see LB out there moving around and getting outside. So this is helping everybody. And I can guarantee people listening to this need this too. Yes, please. Yeah.
Because the gut now says, you know, as in literally that physical space is given, you know, can feel that support of the spine.
Ooh, yes, please. Yes. Good idea.
So we're not so nervous because we actually are not spineless.
Right.
Literally,
excellent.
we are not spineless. We're really not sure how to do things.
So this head on a stick, it's found the stick, which is the spine. It's got a spine. So awesome.
We still don't know how to do this.
Oh, you do.
We don't know if we don't know if we need. We don't know if we need gut saying. We don't know if we need. Doesn't recognize any of those tools. I'm not sure that those are my tools.
Well, they're not, because this toolkit has been built from other aspects. So we need to get your tools in here, gut. See how gut responds to that.
Not a lot of confidence that other people can hand the tools. Because the heart thinks friendship is always the tool.
So let's check with the heart, and we'll check with head too. So heart and then head. So gut's come along here. And so a big thing was the gut literally is resting underneath the spine. So the sitting down and staying in one place, it can't recognize itself. It can't come into its location. But as you stand up and as you move, it realizes, wow, I'm the support of the spine. And not only that, it's supported by the spine. There's something back and forth between the gut and the spine, right? And literally it takes on the spine instead of being spineless.
Literally, yes. That was like, whoa, where did...
Yeah. And just reassure mine. Yeah, we know it's weird, but whoa, it's powerful. Yeah. Right. So like, whoa, the spine, there's the spine. I'm not spineless anymore. And now it kind of looks at this toolbox and goes, where are my tools? I don't recognize those tools. I don't even know if I could use those tools, because those are tools from the past. They're mostly the mind and the NLX tools. The heart's in there because the heart's big tool is friendship, right?
Yes.
Love, friendship. But the gut's got different tools, right? And this sweet little gut, you know, is worried about failing, and it's nervous to lead, and it doesn't quite know its tools. So we're just going to invite its tools to get a little bit larger. Hello, tools inside the gut. I know you're there. This is your opportunity. You have been lying in wait, and we're inviting you and giving you an expansion. Would you like to liberate? There is an invitation here. There's a toolbox with some space in it for you to come on in. You are welcome here. Rise up, stretch out, unfold, unfurl.
I think what gut wants, like, is asking for the most, is to have the spaciousness, this movement, this literally to not be folded in.
Yes.
On itself as a start.
Good. That's its tools.
We can't handle any tools unless we're
Yep.
We have
the right conditions here.
We have the condition.
Yep. So we're good idea. Very, very wise. And so gut is advocating for spaciousness. It literally needs the room. It needs room. It needs this movement in the body, the standing up instead of sitting down, to stretch out and expand, right? that's its tools. The
That's
spacious
what
room.
the space. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Yes, please. Yes, please.
And this is just a soft sense.
Mm-hmm.
Where that the tools are really not separate
Yes.
from, so it does not need to be equipped with a whole lot of external tools. It comes into, is that
yes,
sound?
beautiful.
Does that even
yes.
sound?
Yes, totally. Yes, because it's different, right? The intellect's going to have this separateness and things outside of, right? And that's how it operates. But gut is different. Gut is like, no, this is integrated. This is connected. This is not a separate thing I go pick out of a toolbox, right? This is, I got something else to offer here, everybody. So we're just like, yes, please. Good idea. We like that. Mind's, it's going to be weird to mind, right? Because
Yes.
mind operates different, doesn't quite get it because it's thinking about toolkit and all this sort of thing. But hey, there's different tools, ones that aren't even seen, ones that aren't separate, aren't things outside of yourself. They're inside. It's already equipped.
But they don't have, neat little names.
Exactly.
Or labels, or cool sounding things.
Yes, that's left brain with names and labels and cool stuff, cool sounding. That's all left brain. That's head stuff. It's okay, gut. You're allowed to be completely different. No labels, no names, no separate the outside stuff. You got something different going on with your set of tools. Yay. Very wise, very wise. You are welcome here. Spaciousness, yes. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Yes, please. More room. You have the support of the spine. You got the love and friendship of the heart. The head has its own set of tools, and you guys can find your way to collaborate if you care to. It's okay for you to be different. We need more respect in the world instead of division, right? Having within ourselves these differences. It's okay. It's okay. We can be different. Yes, and. Just see how the gut's doing. Hey,
gut says, I think my gut, well, yes, mine feels that I just wants to clarify that I don't lead, I guide.
Excellent.
And when I have the space, the spaciousness is there because it's an invitation for all other parts to come in and share that. And I can only guide if you're all there.
Okay.
Otherwise,
thank you.
we're too many, every little bit of J is wandering off.
Okay, so there's a teamwork here. And so to the head and to the heart, it's like, hey guys, I'm not the leader. I can guide, but I need space here, and I need you with all of you.
And that's why you're angry, because you're exhausted, being pulled by, head that way, heart that way, the world that way,
Yay, very
the phone,
wise.
the kid,
Good. Yes. And so, is it like this unity or this teamwork or this collaboration or something? What is the gut's guiding? It's asking for all of them to occupy.
Yes, some sort of unity, togetherness. Yes. And that's where we're not all looking at different signposts or maps and wanting off, and that's where the
so
anger.
let's agree with unity, and we'll check with everybody. We'll check with head, we'll check with heart, but gut is guiding towards unity. Wow, good idea. I just got goosebumps. So everybody, go to heart, go to head. What do you think? You want rest? You want to be part-time? But with that other part-time of being involved, would you like to unify? Would you like to unify with gut and with heart? How's the head reply?
Head's not sure. Really not sure.
Fair enough, because it's been
I
occupying a
can't.
certain way.
Yeah.
Keep going.
There's sorry. There's no visibility of what gut is about to do. So it seems headless.
No, it's part-time head. You're not completely headless. You want to go to part-time and rest a bit, but with your other part-time, you can participate here. So they're actually, they don't want to be headless. In fact, that's what gut's saying. I want you all here. There's an invitation. There's a hand being extended. They want the head connected, head. How's that land for you, head? You're wanted. They want to unify with you. You get to have some rest. You get to be a part-timer, but you got some pals here.
The head's going, of course they want me. They're completely insane.
You're right. They're different. From your perspective, it looks insane. They're illogical because you got logic, but they're over there. They're different, right? They're creative.
It's literally who in their right mind comes up with this. That's
apparently you do. You mind who are ready for this. Yeah, so that's okay. I'm going to come back and I'll check with head. That's movement, and I appreciate the head very much. And we do want it to keep us sane, right, in the way that it is. Go check with heart. Heart, you see the work that gut's doing. Bravo to gut, right? Gut is guiding and saying, let's get some spaciousness in here so we can all come in and unify together. How is this for you, heart?
Heart's good. Heart says, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You get this. You know this.
I know. That's all I'm getting is I know.
Yeah. It knows. It's got it.
I know.
Poor brain doesn't, but heart sure does. Yes, please. Thank you, heart. And let's go back and connect with gut. So gut, we've heard from head. Head's a little like, hey, you guys need me. You'd be insane without me.
You are insane.
Yeah, and it thinks you're insane. So gut it seems it wants to be involved. Yes, it has such a different perspective, and it's a little judgy, frankly. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. And most minds are. But how's that going for you, gut? You wanted some space so that they can come in. You're happy to guide, but you want them to be here too, and to all of you to unify together. Heart's definitely with you. Heart knows. How is that for you, gut? How's it going with this renegotiation and reconfiguration of space?
I think heart. Sorry.
Go to gut.
Gut is gotten a bit of a boost, and I think this is some silent signaling between heart and gut that brain is sort of not aware of that circuit yet, but and this expansion and bringing a whole physical self, and that's some of being in this 3D plane, which God sort of says matters, that and that spinal connections, and literally I just was having like sort of whisper into my ear that Jyotsna, you need to listen. You need to hear. So be tuned into the guidance.
Yes, please.
And so there's a listening, and then also that reminding and giving courage. You have a voice as well.
Very good. Direct
and
transmission.
The voice, yes, which has you know, an authentic yes and an authentic no, and a no thank you. Yes, please come here. That's
Yeah, good. Yeah, the gut is so authentic, right? That's
and
why we
yeah,
have all this stuff about our gut feel and our gut take on it.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, please. Good idea. There's a voice in there that's very clear. Yes and no's, clear yes and no's. And we have this spinal connection. And hey, guys, I'm guiding. Listen here. Pay attention. Not so insane, actually. Actually, very sane.
And
So,
that's what curiosity is also part of authenticity.
yeah, being curious, being open enough, right? To do this, try different ways, even if they seem insane to the logical mind, and to be able to get to this authenticness and this voice and this expression and this unity, this friendship with all the 3 different brains that human beings have, very, very different in their ways. Respect.
Yeah.
Respect. Talking about respect, let's swing back to the head, because the head wasn't particularly respectful. The head just thinks it's got the only way because it's been used to, left on its own, and it kind of dominated, and we thank it and love it for its service, but it's got a little tired out. And so there's some partnership here from some different kinds of brains, the heart brain and the gut brain, who operate very differently, different kinds of tools, different kinds of approaches. But the spinal connection, right? The spine connects all 3 of these brains. So how's that going for you, brain? I know, intellect and mind, that these are different concepts. And you are tuckered out enough that you actually might be open to them. And I know you still might think it's a little insane, but I wonder if you might be willing to try it for a while. How does it respond? If you need to, if you feel you're in mortal danger, you can always jump back in and do it that way and exhaust yourself again and do that. But there might be a different way here. You're still involved. You're still a partner. You're respected. Hopefully the respect, as you go along, you might understand more about how the heart and the gut work. And then you can literally come to actually respect them more. How's head respond?
He thinks it's a little bit dangerous. He thought we were all going to sit down and just have a quiet time when we have a cup of tea. Then,
yep,
the rest of us can just check out and be
right,
undangerous, not go and try wild things.
Yeah, we snuck one in on you here, didn't we, Head? Yeah, so let's just, we have to work with that danger. We'll respect it, right? Because it's ultimately, it's wanting to keep you safe, and it's only known to keep you safe in a certain way, which unfortunately hasn't turned out so great, because it's got a little exhausted. It's ready for a change, but it's worried about safety. And so let's just, if we can ensure it, check with what does head or gut, if they have anything to offer head in terms of reassurance about safety. It's, hey, you guys, head's feeling like this is dangerous, to unify in this new way and to come on board to each other and have a spinal connection between the 3 of you. Do you 2 have anything to offer head, legitimately and authentically?
I think what's coming up is the reminding head that there is literally a connection, a biological feedback loop. The nervous system does connect back, and the head's brilliant at picking up, that, more than the intellect, that brain, is there even the a very functioning amygdala and the parasympathetic system and all the parts of the brain that the head is comfortable with knowing. Yes.
Good. You're speaking its language, and you can explain it to it in language it can understand. Good. How's that go for head? How does it respond to that? Hey, we're talking about a nervous system feedback loop here. You're actually literally connected, given your biology and how it works. How's head respond?
A bit embarrassed to admit that I had not made that connection.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I get the embarrassment, but that's sweet. Now it's like, oh, yeah, right. I forgot about that. Happy to remind you. Glad it got reminded in there, head. No need to be embarrassed.
And the heart says there's no shame in anything.
Yeah, nice. No. Good. No shame. It's okay. We love you. You don't have to be perfect. You can forget sometimes. There it is again. We'll remind you we work as a team.
And my brain is probably rolling its eyes. There we go again. So the very old sort of conditioned behaviors. Yep, we're good. Oh, eye roll. There goes the heart again. Sappy.
Good. So sweet. As the eye roll happens, the heart comes in. And the heart, and it's also connecting, this is, hey, brain, this is old stuff. These are old patterns, old habits. This is going to take a while. They came in play for a while here. Childhood and the world at large. There's a lot of safety involved. It's okay. We're safe. Okay. Now see. Now what happens?
And it's sort of every part is comforting and telling the brain and the intellect that we admire your brilliance. You are really, really.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah,
gifted,
it needs
but
appreciation.
Yeah. But, you don't have to do all of this alone. So just rest.
Yes, please. How's it responding? It's okay. There's no shame. You don't have to do this alone. We're here for you. And they respect you mightily. The brain calibrates down and starts to connect, and it can lighten its load, and it has partners to carry it in their own unique, brilliant ways, differently brilliant, heart brilliant and gut brilliant. And there's great gratitude to the mind for carrying it for so long. And even a cost that came because it's worn itself out. So they're going to help so it can get some rest and recovery. Still got connection. They're all literally connected. And this wonderful nervous system feedback loop exists. And you're all going to be doing it differently here. All of you online, all of you connected. And then as you look at the world and everything that's happening, right, it's not just the overactive brain, it goes down into the body, and the heart's there with its curiosity and friendship, and the gut's there with its spaciousness and its grounding. And there's a different felt feel, I'm going to assume, as you go on the outside and you encounter the world. It's not just so spun out here and getting exhausted. There's a different felt experience as the spinal connection meets the world. And that brain is still at rest. And there's the movement and the painting. Another way to help being in a world that's a little cuckoo at the moment.
So the mind and the brain, and I'll have a nervous question to ask, is What if heart and gut, spine and all don't show up? Ear and voice and all. And
Was that brain? Is that
Yes.
intellect who's worried? Okay, so it's still focused on it. Understandably, it's going to take some time. And so what if? So you guys, what if? See how heart and gut respond and how you're being at large. So what if? What if? It's probably not going to happen. My experience is that heart and guts are very reliable in their own unique ways. It just takes some time. It might take you some time, brain, as you try out this new arrangement and see how it goes. But
and
what?
Sorry to
Go ahead. Yeah.
because the brain is being very, very specific that
Okay.
they're showing up all proud and brave and, you know, ready to, because they're in this safe space and with Christina. And when this is on,
Well, you're welcome to come back anytime for a pit stop if you need it, but this is good. This is good because you guys want to be self-sufficient, right? So let's just check. It's a valid enough question, right? So brain saying, this is good. We got it all going here in the safety of this cocoon here with our shifted coach. But hey,
yes,
we're not going to have her 24/7.
when we
No,
don't
thank
have
you.
the coach.
Yeah. So see how heart and mind, and heart and gut respond to that valid question from the brain. Hey, you guys, we're going to go away from this cocoon. What's going to happen? Can I count on you?
I think again, it's a gentle, and if it's loving, so I'm not able to distinguish, but it's probably from the heart then.
Yeah.
That's reminding the heart, and after the session, and after we finish more tea, as much as we need, to look at our shifted maps and the ones that we've done more than beyond the retreat over the last 6-8 months.
Yep.
Is
collaborate your plan together and
that's the collaboration we've been doing all along, and they've probably not stepped up and identified themselves as
strongly,
because
but it's been happening. It's
I
already
think
was happening.
they're saying we've never sort of not been there.
Oh, very good.
When we started, and I think this is map 3 from memory, and I can't remember the name of it. I can see it in my head. Sorry.
Yep. No, that's all right. They know. They're telling. That's good.
And if there is some thing that you need, the brain needs extra to process that, to put those associations away, then maybe looking at some of those maps will comfort and give confidence up there that.
Good. We have it mapped out. We have our agreements. We have our different things. We have our doings and our beings. Good, good, good. See how, go back to head and see how it is. If that helps settle thing, if there's any yeah buts, if there's any requests.
Yeah, but who's really in charge?
And what's the answer from heart and gut? Who's really in charge? Head wants to know.
Heart and gut are saying gut.
Ooh,
Gut
yes.
and spine.
Great. Spine being the connection between all. So gut guides.
I recognize the maps
connection.
there. Heart's so happy to see these maps popping up.
Oh, good.
There. I recognize the maps.
I'm drawing them for you, Heart, and for mine. Make sure I got the take action plan because mine was really going to like that one. The Heart,
yes,
I love the magnetism map.
The magnetism map. Yep, that's where the spark went.
That's the heart of the process, right? Yeah.
I know that one. Yeah.
Sweet.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
I love these.
That's how it's designed, with head, heart, and gut. So they each have their own maps in there. That's how they can collaborate together. How beautiful.
Yes, the heart sees evidence. Sorry, the head sees evidence.
Oh, good. Yeah, the head now, as those two are saying, hey, we're involved in this process too, and you can see us in here, and this is how we collaborate together. And yeah, you can use the shifted maps as part of as you go beyond the cocoon in here with me. This is, that's the whole thing with good coaching, good consulting, and all that stuff, as you know, is it's not dependence, it's ultimately independence, right? Like you get people set up so they roll on their own. You guys are getting set up here to roll on your own.
And then you move beyond self to connections.
Yes,
community.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Good. Yes. And you get integrated into the larger thing, and that fits into mission and purpose and what your soul's fully here for. Yeah. Good. And then we'll put it here, and then into community. Yes, please. And your mission and what you're doing with your art that had so much the essence of community. Yes, please. Yes, please. Good idea. Get self sorted out, and then figuring out how to connect in with community. Oh, yes, everybody. So let's check. Yep.
Sorry,
go
the
ahead.
mind just needs this address because it's been in the back, and for a bit is, again, are we taking up too much time and space? And we've been ignoring another person who's here with us.
You're fine, mind. Don't you worry. I'm
not like to do that.
I'm responsible for facilitating. Lisa has had lots of wonderful opportunities here. You can
so
see
the mind is saying we're just being a bit rude and selfish.
No, you're okay. We will swing back. I'm aware for sure. And we go for 2 hours. So we got about 20 minutes left. So it'd be nice. And I think we're very close here, mind.
And so, yes, the mind says, yes, we do. Sorry to interrupt, even though the mind was in, and that's me interrupting. Actually, well, Christina's here, so we trust her, but I should always be aware of other people and be more inclusive.
It's polite. That's a facilitator too. Your mind's a very good facilitator, and your mission is very much about community. So we're just going to bow to that respectfulness, right? Of being aware of container and aware of other people. And
okay, I had not thought of it that way.
And I can just reassure it too. It's okay. This is your time. You count and matter too. This is the time for you in the container, for me to hold space for you. Yeah. And there's been lots of opportunities, especially because of your time zone, right? It's challenging with a lot of the stuff I offer. It's hard for you to get in here with me. So how great is it that we're able to do it at this time and just have a nice leisurely session here? LB is one of my certified visual coaches. So she's very on par with this, and she's holding space, and there's been opportunities for me to be able to do the same for her and for other people to hold space. So it's a give and take here. This is community.
It is. It is. This is community. This is circle.
Exactly. Circle. Oh, nice. So just check. I think we're at so much territory and a wonderful negotiation and a reorganization and a remembrance of the spinal connection and the nervous system and its brilliant and marvelous natural feedback loops. And we've got them all reconnected and to be continued, because it's a new team, right? It's a new team's coming together, and they're going to run for a bit, and they may have to make some tweaks and some adjustments.
We're a bit tired.
And rest and recovery, especially for the mind. It's like, it's okay, rest. You're only on part-time, remember? Yeah. So take your time and rest and have some tea and see how it runs with heart and gut occupying more space and getting their own unique tools into the toolkit or within, and to be continued. And you've got your maps to keep all working together, which is going to help with the practicality. that the mind desires and the doing, right? Because heart and gut have it really strong with the being. So head doesn't want to lose the doing, and we're just, it's okay. I got take action map in here for you, head and doer. And the heart's happy with the magnetism map, and the gut's nice and grounded through all those various maps. So my sense is that they're at a good place to be, and it will continue to unfold and inform us. And then this is where reports come in. So if you want to swing back at some point in the future, you can give us a report on how it's gone, how this work has rippled out, and what happened as a result of it. So deep bow to everybody, a deep bow to the head, a deep bow to the heart, a deep bow to the gut, a special mention of appearance here with the spinal cord that connects them all in this unity and this being equipped, and the full toolkit. Yes, please. Yes, please. Good idea. We like it. And it's okay, mind, if you think the whole thing's weird, but it's gonna be, I'm very practical. So you will see, mind, this will turn out with great practicality, and you'll probably be very happy. We'll probably hear some great reports. Just check if there's any rumblings, grumblings, or are they okay to wrap for now? Can we leave it here? Ask them if we can leave it here. And good work. Thank them for their good work, all of them.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, they're all okay.
Yes.
Good.
They are. Yes, they are.
Yes. Yeah, they're aligned, huh? Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. It's all somatic. Like, this is great as you're working with
it,
right?
is.
It's
it
inside.
Is
as you watch other people on the outside, it doesn't make sense, but that's because the inside, there's all this stuff happening. Yeah. And that movement you just showed me is telling me, oh yeah, we got spinal alignment. Yeah, there's some stuff happening here. Ooh, good.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, my honor. Whew. And now we will swing back to LB, who's been holding space and has been moving because she's so body aware. Yeah. And Puppy, which is a manifestation of shifting. Yay. Hello, Tuli. Yeah. Oh.
That was pretty amazing. I just so appreciate you doing the work. I didn't have the energy to do the work, and I just got to see how this big piece with anger, just the head, the heart, and the gut in my own dance that I wouldn't have arrived at had I piped up today. So it was just amazing. And there was a place where you said the head wants to go part-time. Oh, you said rest first and then part-time. And I didn't get the part-time thing. And then all of a sudden I realized, like, the rest was so profound. It was like I almost couldn't hang on to another word. It was like I almost fell asleep for a while. Nice. And it was just like taking care of myself. And maybe my eyes were closed. I don't even know. And so that was so good. And then just when I thought it was like going into a head thing, it was just like it got deeper and deeper and deeper into the somatic of those three, the alignment with the head on the stick and where that went. So I'm really just enjoying. I just have this little grin on my face. I'm just enjoying how that happens. When you said grace today, Christina, something about, even possibly sometimes grace, or whatever you said, it was just kind of like, that was grace. That was grace in action. And yeah, that's wonderful.
And see, that's also reassuring. That's a beautiful learning or reassurance, JC, for your head and intellect to go see when you occupy and you do your process work, there can be bigger things going on for other people too. So it's not selfish, or it's not, taking up too much space. You're actually doing your thing, which is allowing with the parallel processing, right? Grace is the synchronicity of the two of you showing up LB not wanting particularly to do it straight on, understandably, you wanting to, you coming, you doing it, and the overlap that's naturally here between the two of you. And that ability to go to rest, which is that, you know, not everybody is going to be exactly the same, right? So parallel processing, sometimes you're right on with somebody who's doing an inquiry, but other times normally you'll get partial. And so LB, for you, it's that rest. The rest is what, that's what your system needed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then your own sophistication with somatic was dovetailing as we were going along with what was going somatically for JC through that session. So that's good. Your intelligence knows to pick and choose and connect, right? It's naturally doing it and resonating with what's happening over there that's relevant for you and your system and your inquiry that's going on. And, you know, that stuff's orchestrated from a bigger presence, right? So grace, God, and, you know, we can trust. That's that right brain. We can trust. It's so on it, right? Our minds don't have to do it all cognitively, and our doers don't have to drive it all, thank goodness, right? There's a larger intelligence at work here that we can work with as we remember and relax and unfold into it. And boy, it sure feels better.
It does. Yeah, there's that parallel processing. It's magic when it happens. It's just, there are no words for it.
Well, and like I say, when we do these, we start, we find out what's here, we meet it, and then at the end, we look back and go, wow, that was kind of magic, right? Like it has its way of being perfect every time, right? We never know what's going to happen. So thank you for the two of you coming and co-creating the perfection here of what occurred in our container here. And look forward to, if you swing back in the future, we look forward to reports. Just wish you all the best with the continuing unfoldment. And what happens after this, my assistant Pat will turn around the video and I'll putter a little bit with that map and we'll post those up and you'll be sent emails when they're ready. So JC, you'll have your copy of that.
I'll have mine
if you care to have it. And yeah, and then in that notification that goes out, I will make a decision about when I'm going to run these. I just do it intuitively. So after I wrap up, I will write up a little summary about what happened today. And then I'll also look at what feels right in my calendar to schedule for the next one. So you'll see when the next one, as you know, you're both on my list. So, you know, you get these notifications. Sometimes the timing works, sometimes it doesn't. So we just trust the process of who comes when, and it unfolds as it's going to unfold like it did today. So thank you both. Any further comments to complete?
I have one, and I would vote that you include in that chart, what if I fly? Because that was a really powerful moment when you said, gut said, what if I fail? And then Christina reflected back, what if I fly? And for me, that was a really important thing. I just like immediately texted myself because it has to do with me and this little project. So.
And that came from the Fundamentals of Working Visually group. And I do a riff in there pretty early on about resistance. And so this thing about what if I fail is a big one. And somebody, and I wonder if it was you, somebody, when I put my usual quotes up there, people often will share their inspirational quotes. And somebody had put a quote of, what if I fly? Right? And this little girl with angel wings on her, right? So that's where that came from. I got a little flash of that. So I'll make sure I include that as well. That little graphic of what if I fly, and that might be one that's particularly meaningful for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was wonderful to be here. It's just like the medicine I needed today. So thank you.
I'm so happy to hear that. And thank you. I feel privileged and so grateful, so appreciative. Thank you both.
Well, have a good, Lissy, you're already on your Friday. So
we're on Friday.
We'll be going into our rest. We're both on the West Coast here of North America. So we'll continue on our Thursdays and eventually get to Friday, but enjoy the rest of your Friday.
Well, you take care.
Thank you.
Yeah,
both.
bye you both. Take care. Thank you.